everybody and welcome on today's video. Today I'd like to present you a time-lapse video, so let's go. It's half May now and well, this guy is not growing, so I'm worried. Two seedlings here are growing. I don't know what I can do with that. The substrate seems quite okay, but I don't know. Still looks green here, so yeah, to be continued. So this is what's left of my beautiful root over rock tree. Nothing, because this is just an extra tree that I wanted to add in the fusion, so no, it's dead. So I'm going to keep the rock in the pot and I'm going to get rid of everything else. So I'm just going to cut back all the roots, everything, and I'll start over with another system. So, well, that's it. Exit the nice little root over rock project. Here he is. Man, this is a sad day. But yeah, what can we do? Well, I'm going to remove some of the dead remaining stumps here, and then I'm going to try to fill up. I'm not going to repot this. I'm going to use the rock and the soil and everything I have left here. Try to make something out of it. It's sometimes in life, you know, it's not always what you thought. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to put some aluminum foil here around this rock, and I'm going to fill it up with substrate, and at the top where it closes I'm going to put a whole lot of nice little seeds, and they will sprout in spring and slowly find their way to the soil in the pot. Well, that's the plan. So let's get some aluminum foil. So I'm zooming in on the rock now, and this is supposed to be the front. And then I had this nice rock. I really like that rock, because it looks like this rock and this rock they just broke. And well, I need to remove this one for the moment because I need to put the aluminum foil here. So I'm going to wiggle it so that I can place it back exactly where it was once, because I really like that spot too. So, well, it's gonna be almost where it was. It's quite deep. Just can stick my finger in this. Well, that's important because you want to fix your rocks, and you want them to be into the soil. So now I'm going to take some aluminum foil. I measured what I needed. So this of course is too high, so I'm going to try to give it the height that just buries the rock. So I will just fold this in two. And I think this is going to be better because this way it will be a little stronger, like that. I have this little rock here, which is causing just a little trouble, but not too much. Okay. So, like this, and like this. And I'm going to take a piece of really strong tape now. I have that somewhere over here. So I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to put my rock back. No, it was in that direction. Okay, so rocks don't die. Just making this a little stronger. I can remove the few leaves that are remaining here. Don't need to bury them. Oh, there's one here. Okay, and now I'm going to fill up the whole portion here with some good draining substrate, like so, slowly but surely, and I'll be back when this is filled. I might just try to follow the shape of the rock, because I don't want too much soil in here too, because I don't want the roots of the new seedlings growing everywhere. So just a little substrate should do. So let's, yeah, this looks a little better. Maybe here a little bit, and maybe I can even press this one. Yeah, so I'm going to fill this up and I'll be back. Okay, the whole thing is filled up. Now I'm going to try to give you some kind of a bird's eye view. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but no, maybe I should remove the turntable. Okay, so that's a little better. I'm now going to add a little more soil, but I'm not going to bury the rock completely. So this is where I want this spot where I want the new trees to grow. So here I'm going to plant a whole lot of little, well, I'm not going to plant them, I'm going to sow them. Learn that verb from the pop group Tears for Fears. You know, sowing the seeds of love. Well, these are little seeds of a field maple. So I'm removing the little wing, and so here I have a little seed. And of course, well, I prepared quite a lot. Some of them still have the little wing. It's not a big problem. So I'm going to fill this up with seeds in the hope that maybe 10 or 12 will grow. I'm going to cover this up gently, trying not to move the seeds too much. Okay, so they should stay in place. And now, in order to make sure that they stay in place, I'm going to put some soil around it. This is a thing that I never tried before, so I don't know. Let's hope that it works. So that's all that I have to do now. I'm going to put this outside, and in spring, well, probably a few of these seeds will sprout and we'll start the new Roots over Rock fusion project with a beloved rock that, well, went wrong in the first place. So I'll see you in a couple of months for this project, and Well, fingers crossed. Well, this is the new field maple on the rock project that I started in autumn, and well, this of course is the big one. I'm just checking for bugs, but it looks okay. And all these little guys are the new seedlings that are now probably well, I guess about 10 centimeters deep under the ground. And here is a weed. I'm always weeding my trees because it drives me crazy. I don't like this thing. Yeah, and yeah, well, I think it's looking good. Some of the seeds didn't make it, but I still can plant them a little deeper, I think, and who knows? Yeah, so I'm hopeful. These are a lot of seedlings. I'm coming. I will close in a little. I don't know how much seedlings just sprouted here, but it's quite a lot. So that's very good. Now I hope that they grow to all sides of the rock, but I guess they will. And one day will come when I can remove this ridiculous aluminum foil, and then maybe I can add a few more young plants, because like I told you many times before, these things grow like weeds in the neighborhood, so I'm not really concerned about that. And yeah, well, who knows, maybe in a few years I can start and rebuild a copy of my sadly dead root over rock field maple. So yeah, keep it growing. Hello there, and so well, here is the project after 2 years, and well, this is the dead tree. I kept it because I wanted to mimic this. So here we have the tree, all the trees. I think that I really need to release the wire here. Yeah, because it's starting to bite in. So yeah, this is how it looked. So like here we have somewhere the rock, I think. So the first thing that I want to do now is well, remove the foil here and clean up a little bit the roots, maybe then wind it in raffia, and then see what I can already do in the top to make it, well, to give it some shape, because now it's just a bush of different field maples. So the first thing is going to be the releasing of the roots. Probably I'll have to wrap it again in some kind of stuff to keep them moist, but yeah, so let's do that. Okay, so we have a little birch growing here. Yeah, they're always everywhere here. Oh, and grass. Don't need grass here. So well, yeah, I just have to find a place where this raffia was, where this tape was. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Just gonna cut it. Yeah. Always like these things, it's a surprise. Feels like it's buried quite deep. That was the second rock that I didn't really need it, but thought it was looking good. That might be complicated to get the tinfoil out, but have to. Okay, well, feel that I will only be able to get it out with a full repot. And that's going to be something for the next spring. But what I want to do now is make sure that all the roots that I have are growing nicely next to the rock, and maybe remove some of the ones that are not. So this is going to be an operation that needs to be done very fast. And it's now the middle of the summer, so it's not really a fantastic good time to do that. Well, this is a piece of foam. That's something that I had. I probably had a few trees that I wanted to press against the rock. I can feel the rock. Okay. So this is sand, mud. Yeah, you see some of these roots are growing this direction. That's what I don't want. You have to get them close to the rock as fast as you can. And you can only do that by pressing them against the rock. So this is a part of the rock. And here I have some bits and pieces of raffia. So I'm cleaning up this whole thing here. And I have my raffia ready. But it's looking quite good, I must say. And some pieces of, well, some parts of the soil I'm not removing because I can see that it's very close to the rock, so there's no need to do that. Okay, so maybe I'll just stop the recording here. Or speed this up, I don't know. Okay, so this is cleaned up. Removed some dead little stuff here too. Because it was a speed up video, I really have to do a little thing now, especially for Ryan. So every time that he speeds up stuff. So let's do this. Okay, Ryan, that one was for you. So now let's get some raffia here and get it around the roots. And also, you see I have a hole here, so I'm going to try to close that. And probably I will be able to remove the wire then. Yeah, that's really good. So a nice piece of raffia that will keep this whole thing together. I'm going to go under the roots here. Okay, so not going to try to include that birch because that's not what I want. So a couple of twists to keep all the roots nice and tight against the rock. But as you see, these roots are still quite small. It means that they just need a whole lot of growing. But in order to grow well, they have to be inside the substrate, and the ones that are not, or are not growing, where is my chopstick? Oh, are not growing to the rock enough, I'm going to push them with my little foam here. Like so. This one I'm going to try to bury, which I will do with all these roots, of course. Like so. I'm going to get a piece of tin foil now and wrap this again. Now, this tree needs the repots in the spring. Yeah, I have. Looking good. I'm going to wrap this in tin foil and then we'll have a look at the top of this tree. Found some plastic tape, which I prefer. I need to get the surface flat first. Now cover the roots afterwards. So I'm going to try to double this. No, I'll cut it. Okay, it's better. And now just an extra little piece here, like so. And I'm going to secure this with this excellent tape. Okay, so now I need to be sure that I have enough here. so. This is well closed. So I will now put some soil on the roots that are sticking out here. And it's going to be soil with some leftovers from the tin foil, but that's not a problem. Like I said, it will all have to go. And to keep it in place, I'm going to use moss. Okay, so this is done. I now just have to fill the whole thing up with some substrate, which is of course extremely easy. Okay, and that will secure the roots and provide them with the moisture that they need. And because this thing has a lot of growing to do and is not really, well, in a refined stage, all this mess here on the surface doesn't really matter. As long as it does the job, I'll be very happy. So, okay, so here we have the tree. I think that this was supposed to be the front. Somehow I lost my birch. No clue where that went. Okay, so as I said, this was the tree before. So the maximum height is going to be somewhere here. So what I'm going to do is just cut back everything in order to be sure that I have some back branches, side branches opening up, which will help me to create the branches that I need in the future. So that's a good thing. Will also help me have a better look at what's going on. Now, one thing that I loved about this tree before was that there was this cascading branch. Now this is a little bit of a problem because I could try to bend this one. It's going to crack, so I don't like it. But what I see here is that I have two leaves, and here again, and then here are also leaves. So that means that there are probably some buds. So I'm going to cut back this one right here, you see, and I'm hoping that this or this or this or this is going to open and form a side branch, which is going to be a very important branch if I want to recreate this poor guy like so. But yeah, well, the future will tell. Anyway, this tree can now grow for the rest of the season. And yeah, we'll have a look in the autumn to see if we can give it some shape. But still, I think 7-8 weeks of good growth is really possible. And this concludes the work on this rather strange project. Fusion on a rock, but trying to mimic a tree that already existed and that sadly disappeared. The only thing I just want to do now is to be sure that all this stuff is well kept in place, is maybe just double my duct tape here. It might look a bit like an overkill, but if this comes loose, well, then I'm in trouble. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.